All right, what's up, everybody? This is Big Mike, man. Your local neighborhood mental health professional, man. I just wanted to talk to y'all today about anxiety, anxious thoughts, racing thoughts, intrusive thoughts, that kind of thing. What I've noticed as a therapist is that a lot of people struggle with redirecting their thoughts, redirecting their mind. Anxious thoughts, or I guess I would say racing thoughts. That's what it's described as, or anxious thoughts. I first want to kind of lay down the foundation of fear-based thoughts lead to anxiety, right? Anxiety is something that kind of takes over your body. A lot of times it's hyperarousal. People have nausea, they vomit, sweats, heart palpitations, sometimes shakiness of the hands, wiggling, shaking, bouncing their knee, biting their nails. Some people call it, I'm stressed out, or I'm thinking too much. But whatever it is, I want to give up 5 points that people can do to kind of control and take back control of their mind. What the brain has done, the amygdala has, once somebody experiences some sort of trauma, some sort of shock, some scare, some fear, or just thoughts that create that fear, the brain wants to work around it. It wants to put you in fight, flight, or freeze, right? Some people get stuck. Some people call it getting stuck. What the brain has done is created a pathway. This is an example. What the brain has done is created a pathway in the brain that goes straight to fear. Like, oh my God, boom. It goes there. It keeps going there. And what it does is, imagine a forest and you go to the grocery store. And every time you go through this trail. You cut the trail down. You made the trail and you continue to go through that trail. Well, over time, that trail kind of gets worn down. As that trail gets worn down, it becomes wider, deeper, more round. Your shoulders are brushing up against it. First, you kind of go through, then your shoulders brushing up against it, and it just kind of gets wider and wider and wider. And so, let's say you live in a cul-de-sac, and everybody in the cul-de-sac, they want to go to the same store. But if you take the streets, you go 5 blocks this way, 3 blocks that way, 2 blocks back the other way, and then you get to the store. But the trail is a lot faster. It's the path of least resistance. The people in the cul-de-sac eventually, and let's say each house that you live in that goes to the store, each family that goes to the store, those are thoughts, right? The house is your brain, right? And those thoughts shoot down that pathway because it's the path of least resistance. Well, now everybody in the cul-de-sac in those houses now all go down that trail that you created, right? So all your thoughts start to go down this path. And at the end of that path is negativity. It's a big anxiety monster. And so your brain is going to fire off, frequencies that shoot towards that trail. And then the next thing you know, it becomes like an automatic negative thought, an automatic response mechanism to some sort of stimuli or trigger that you've experienced in your life somewhere, either subconsciously, consciously, some of them maybe subconsciously, right? And so what you want to do is, redirect, reframe your thinking, reframe thought switching. You want to do some thought switching, right? Reframe your thoughts, right? From something negative to something positive. Well, that takes work, right? And so the work has to be done. You have to do the work, y'all. Don't be scared to do the work. The work is good work, man. You know what I'm saying? The best counselors are those who've done the work themselves. And by your boy being from the street, now a mental health therapist has been doing this since 2011. I've developed inpatient treatment facilities for people with co-occurring disorders or dual diagnoses who experience serious mental illness, garden variety mental illness, along with substance use disorders or even some comorbid medical issues. Congestive heart failure, that type of thing. I've helped turn plenty of people around, me and my team of counselors. And so I have a lot of experience, maybe thousands of clients I've seen in a controlled setting working with people and their brain waves and the way that the amygdala is responding. And you can reframe these things. Right now, we just got to close that trail up, right? And so one of the points is to give yourself permission, right? I wrote down some points here. You got to give yourself permission, to break the cycle, right? The race, you got to stop the racing thoughts from controlling you. And so once you have anxiety, you have a racing thought, you have anxiety, and then that makes the anxiety worse. It's because you have anxiety about having anxiety, right? So you just kind of compounding the anxiety on top of each other. Give yourself permission to understand that, okay, I'm experiencing anxiety, right? That's kind of what it is, right? But how to change your thought patterns? Try counting your breath. Close your eyes, count to yourself as you take slow, steady breaths, right? And what that'll do is control the hyperarousal, the symptoms that you experience on the physical level, such as the racing heart, right? Well, how do you slow that down? How do you slow the blood pressure down? How do you slow the angst down, the anxiety, the anxious distress down? And as you do that, you'll feel your heart beating, right? Continue to do it until your heart slows down its beat. That's how you take control over what the amygdala is experiencing, which is the control of, it's part of your limbic system, but it's the part that controls your fight, flight, or freeze. And your heart is racing, right? Because thoughts, remember, CBT, thoughts create emotions, and emotions create behavior. Right? So if you caught that, you caught that. Tie that together. Your thoughts create emotions. Your emotions create behavior. So if you're thinking, oh my God, I'm scared, or, I'm going to die, or something has happened, at that point, you're going to feel fear, right? And if you feel fear, then the body's going to respond with behavior of high blood pressure, heart palpitations, right? So thoughts create emotions, and then emotions create behavior. Thoughts, feelings, behavior. Thoughts, emotions, behavior. It can be said both ways because emotions and feelings kind of the same thing, right? So at that point, just be mindful. Practice mindfulness. Distract yourself. Something that can break your cycle is, go running. Right? You want to go running. You want to do something like that. Do some reading. If the reading, you keep veering off, finding your concentration, veering off, going back into those anxious thoughts, put the book down, go do some push-ups, do some squats, do some jumping jacks, sing a song. Your brain can't do all these things at one time. You can't be happy and sad all at once. You can't be angry and happy. You can't do that. Some people say you can have mixed emotions. You can't have both at one time. No, that's not true. Some people say you can, some people say you can't, but it's like splitting hairs, right? You vacillate between each very fast, right? Angry, happy. My face didn't do both at the same time. It only did one, right? One emotion at the same time. So make sure you distract yourself. Make a conscious decision to do something else. Do some listening, play Guitar Hero, do some dance therapy on, Xbox or Wii, do Wii bowling or something like that. Get moving. Do some exercises. That's always good to distract, especially from the physical symptoms that you may experience. Having symptomatic vibrations from thoughts or fear-based thoughts definitely is not relaxing. I know some people get anxiety to the point to where they start to vomit. Excuse me, I don't mean to gross nobody out, but they start to vomit, right? Shake, sweat. That's not fun, right? That's not fun for anybody, right? So making sure that you get active, you get moving. So schedule some worry time, right? I mean, let's say, okay, you start to worry, you start to get anxiety. You're like, now's not the time. Tell yourself now's not the time, man. I need to have deep focus on other things, right? So excuse me, anxiety, man. I know you came to visit today right now, but right now it's not visiting hours. I'd like you to go away and come back another time. I'll meet with you at 4:00 on Friday, and then write down some things that you stress about. And on Friday, as you wrote those things down, right, you say, hey, I'm worried. Friday, I'm going to worry about a dog walker. The dog is not going to die because you're worrying about a dog walker today. put that off. Think about that later. Paying the bills. If it's not due today, pay bills. If it's not due today, and you got time to think about it, then figure that out then. Think of a time when you can sit down and do these things. We're just trying to utilize some strategies to kind of break up that trail that you always go down. We're trying to say, hey, my brain always goes down that trail. Stop it. Nope, we're not going to do that. We're going to put 2 junk cars in the way of the trail where we can't get through, right? We're going to reframe our thoughts to this way, and we're going to start to do this. You're going to create new patterns of behavior. You're going to create new wellness strategies, new automatic mechanisms, new automatic response mechanisms to where your brain starts to want to shoot down that trail. You realize, oh, that trail's closed. That's right. I got to reframe my thoughts and I got to go this way. I got to actually walk around the corner, or I can jump in a space rocket and go that way, right? Whatever you want to do, however you need to play it in your head to make sure that you have the conscious decision to reframe that thought or the thought switch. That's a part of CBT, is thought switching, right? You want to be able to do that. Recognize your thoughts when you schedule the worry time, but tell yourself, now's not the time. I'll deal with them later. Then at that fixed time, weekly, continue to make that point. So your brain automatically starts to gain a new habit, a new healthy habit, a new coping mechanism that says, okay, here's an automatic thought. What do I do? Nope. Thursday or Friday at 6 p.m. That's when I said that. And if you need to go to the library and sit in the library and do that so you can break up the thought pattern, you have a new pattern of behavior. You're starting to now participate in wellness activities that's creating new habits, new healthy habits for your brain to respond to. That trail starts to close back up. Nature takes its course, the amygdala learns a new pattern of behavior, and you continue to grow and develop new behaviors. And with that, I just want to say, man, all praises to the Most High. Thank everybody for coming through on the channel. I hope you liked this video. If you got something out of this video, please like, comment, subscribe. Comment below and tell me what this video meant to you. Tell me if this made sense to you. Tell me what you got out of this video and if this video helps you. I appreciate it. I'm just trying to grow a channel to promote wellness for people, recovery for people, and to have an action plan for people to actually take. I'm not just talking. Sometimes I'll educate, but most of my videos are going to have some sort of solution. They may start to all sound redundant because CBT, DBT, ACT, all these things kind of have all the same things to them. It's about reactivating new thoughts in your mind by doing something, right? Or distracting yourself or creating a new idea or a new thought. Nothing's new under the sun. So this ain't new information. This is the same information that's out there. Once again, my name is Big Mike. Welcome on this therapeutic journey of wellness, hope, and recreation of your thoughts, man. And with that, thanks for, matter of fact, channel names. Anybody, I want to change my channel name. What's your suggestion of a channel name? Let me know. I appreciate it. Something cool, hip, slick, therapeutic, surrounding wellness. Appreciate y'all. Thanks for the opportunity to share my knowledge with you.